Hi there, my name is Marla Neufeld. I'm a surrogacy and egg donation attorney licensed in Florida. I'm also a former intended parent who worked with a surrogate. If you are working with an egg donor in Florida, first you have to consider what the state law is in Florida for egg donation. We have a statute in Florida that governs egg donation. It's actually the same statute that governs sperm donation and embryo donation. And essentially it provides that unless the intent is set out otherwise, once the eggs are retrieved, the egg donor gives up all legal rights to the egg, embryo, or resulting child to the intended parents, and conversely, the intended parents assume all parental rights and responsibility to the eggs, embryo, and child that is born from the donated eggs. Now, as I said, this is a state-specific issue, so an egg donor in another state may not have the same laws as in Florida. However, Florida is an egg donation-friendly state. It is very important when working with an egg donor that you have the proper legal documentation in place to reflect the intent of the parties and so that it's clear that everyone's parental rights are protected. So typically what happens is once your egg donor is medically and psychologically approved, the intended parents would retain a Florida reproductive attorney to draft the egg donation contract on their behalf. They would then pay for a separate attorney to represent the egg donor to review the agreement with the egg donor and her spouse, if any. And the egg donation agreement gets into many different things, such as any payment terms to the donor, making sure if there's any complication insurance for the egg donation process, setting out how the egg donor is agreeing to do an egg donation, typically one cycle to allow the parents to have the donated eggs. It sets out confidentiality, whether the agreement is known or anonymous, so it goes into a bunch of different things. It also talks about the Florida statute and the donor's relinquishing of any rights to the egg to the parents. Once the contract is fully executed by the parties, the intended parent's attorney will send a legal clearance letter to the fertility clinic to then allow the egg donor to proceed with taking the medications that are required for her to do the egg retrieval. And from there, the eggs and then the resulting embryos are the intended parents for them to use for themselves or with a gestational carrier. And whether or not they want to destroy them, donate them, further use them for scientific research purposes, that's in the intended parents' purview of what they would like to do with that, unless their egg donation agreement had certain restrictions on further use of the donated eggs and embryos. If you have any questions on Florida egg donation in Florida, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. My phone number is 954-761-2929. Thank you very much and take care.